Catalan Dragons against the London Broncos, and the exciting young Morgan Escaré is the fullback. Then it's Vackery, the experienced Menzies, Duport and Millard, Leon Price, and a great welcome back, first appearance of the season for Scott Duro. What a boost for the Dragons that is. Up front, the team is captained by the prop forward Remy Casti. Then it's Ian Henderson, Lapini Peya, Zeb Teya, Louis Anderson and Gregory Muniz. And on the bench, Pellissier, Laroya, Busquets and Jamal Fakir. And the coach is Laurent Fresnew. Now the London Broncos. Michael Robertson is their fullback. Then they go O'Callaghan, Sargentson, Howell and Dixon. Witt, and the team is captained by Craig Gower at scrum half. Up front, Wheeldon, Fisher and Cook the front row. McMeekin, Rodney and Bailey the loose forward. And on the bench for the London Broncos, it's Mark Bryant, Shane Grady, Olsey, Krasnicki and James Mendeka. And the coach is Tony Ray. So look out for this as well, the spider camera that will go down to within inches of ground level and will sweep through the stadium, going up to heights of something like 150 feet. It's suspended from the roof, as you can see here, and it'll be following play all the way throughout the course of our coverage over the next 2 days. And also, take a look out and see if you can spot the camera that is attached to the referee here today, because we have a ref cam attached to each and every one of the 7 referees to give us a unique look at what is happening out there on the field. Big weekend, big match to start, vital for London that they really start to get their season underway. It's the Catalan Dragons against the London Broncos, and we have in the commentary box for this Sean McRae, Barry McDermott, John Keir. There is the referee for this match. It's Tim Roby, who has got his ref cam on, and the commentary team is led by Graham Beecroft.
Thank you very much indeed, Eddie. A glorious day, as you say, here in Manchester, and not too warm, but I'm sure everything has fallen just perfectly for Catalan Dragons. They flew over here in an executive jet, and Sean McRae, they've got the weather.
Yeah, they certainly have, Graham. It's an outstanding day, and this will suit the Catalan Dragons down to the ground. This is the sort of conditions they love to play in, and they revel in these warm conditions. I love it. London are going to have a real test here today.
So Scott Giroux gets Magic Weekend 2013 underway, and the first touch of the ball for the London Broncos. Decent chase as well by the team who must be favourites, Catalan Dragons. No question about that. Henderson doing some of the tackling there. Drive forward. Price helping out with the tackling. Louis Anderson in there as well. Fisher, by the way, is the player at dummy half who's got the head wrap on him. He got injured last week. That's Cook. This is a decent first set by London, obviously keen to just get a foothold in the game against the strong favourites, and they almost break the line there. Good effort. So this is the 6th tackle coming up. How will they play this? The ball kicked high. It's a decent one as well, and the chase is pretty good, and that might be a turnover. Well, it was all a bit messy there. Offside is given, in fact. But it was a pretty good kick by Gower.
It was a tremendous kick, very high, very measured, almost difficult, almost impossible for Vakari to catch that ball. And 6 more tackles for the London Broncos in good field position.
Wheeldon tackled. Fisher again. Witt. Neat little short ball. This is a really good start by London Broncos. They'll take a lot of credit from this, a lot of confidence. Ooh, and Gower just about hanging on to it. This is Dixon. Tricky little customer to get hold of when he's got the ball in hand. Not afraid to go towards the opposition line. Fisher again. Awful mess there, but they've got the ball cleanly. Fisher driving towards the line. Sargentson is helping out. Gower, chance here just short of the line. It was Wheeldon who tried to drive over. Here's Fisher again. Gower's kick to the far side, and they couldn't take it, London. It was A good effort by O'Callaghan, but well taken behind the line.
Well, what a great start it has been for London. First of all, forcing the error, then with the second kick from Gower, it's just short of the goal line, and it's taken over by the Catalan player for a repeat set. Daryl Millard it was who diffused the danger there. But this will be 3 sets on the bounce for the London Broncos. What a marvellous start for them.
Very good start, and the sun, by the way, is in the faces of the Catalan Dragons, so it was a pretty good toss to win, perhaps from that point of view, although in the second half it'll be London's problem, of course. So London then with another set of 6 to go at the Catalan Dragons.
Well, it's a great opportunity for them, Graham, now to attack. It's that they've made Catalans make a number of tackles already. In fact, the Catalan Dragons haven't touched the ball yet, so all they've done is defend. I suppose if you're going to have to defend early in a game is good because you're nice and fresh. But it's a great opportunity to not only build pressure, but try to get some points on the board.
Gower to Dixon, and to this near side of the field, and it's Robinson. Good run by Robertson. Now Fisher sending it long. Little ball in short from Wheeldon, and the referee has spotted an error.
That was a nice short pass from Scott Wheeldon. Just laid it off to one of his fellow forwards. Again, 4th set of 6. Can Catalan keep it up?
Or can London get the breakthrough? It'd be a big bonus for them if they could. Obstruction. So the referee giving the advantage to the Catalan Dragons, and a pity that, because it was such a good start. They just didn't need that. They could have kept the pressure up there, Sean.
Yeah, you can't run behind a player and interfere with the defender having an opportunity to make the tackle. Clear obstruction there. Just something interesting positionally I've noticed with London Broncos. Kieran Dixon has now come back to the wing to defend, and Michael Robertson's gone to fullback. But in offence, Kieran Dixon was playing as a fullback, and Michael Robertson came across to the left wing. Interesting a tactical choice by Tony Ray there.
And Paya's lost the ball there. This is Cook. Well, the chance that Catalan had there to bring the ball forward, lost straight away. Fisher. Low challenge, Wheeldon almost going head over heels, but they keep it alive and do well there, the Broncos. Henderson doing the tackling. Gower spinning the ball out. Good run again, excellent play by Rodney. So again, they're in striking distance here, the London Broncos. Can they this time make it count? Gower just couldn't get his arms out to just lay the ball off. Fisher looking to dab it forward. There was nobody on the same wavelength as him there, but they'll keep him inside the in-goal area. Casti it was who managed to smother the ball, but more pressure on the Catalan Dragons.
Well, this is the 5th set of 6 now that Catalan will have to defend. Fisher has no option available to him. Scott Wheeldon already covered. Remy Casti has to pick that ball up. Has a crack at getting out of the in-goal area, but London Broncos full of energy, full of enthusiasm. We should perhaps explain why Robertson goes onto the wing, and they've put Kieran Dixon in the middle just to give him the freedom. He can pick up some of those loose passes, some of those offloads, and perhaps some of that off-the-cuff ad hoc rugby league. He might be able to capitalise on those chances.
Yeah, I'm certainly trying to play him as a Sam Tompkins, where he's sweeping round the back and he can attempt to really pick out his own gaps from that sweep line. But the Broncos a great start, and the Dragons are own worst enemies, but my word, they're having some defence to do.
They are. Sargentson driving them back again. Robertson, Rodney, Cook. Pitch very much better than it was last year. The grass short. It's a great surface to play rugby league on. Almost done out of there by Witt. Now, here is Dixon. What can he do? He's looking for a gap, and he very nearly got through it. He has. Good run, and very close to the line indeed. Great position here for the Broncos. Trying to get the barge over. Has it been touched down? Held up, says the referee, Tim Roby.
To the 10 boys, tackle 4. Leave him.
Difficult on some of these occasions to see whether the ball has actually been touched down.
Tackle 4.
Well, the referee saw it like this.
Craig Gower will be disappointed with that, Graham, because It was an opportunity once again to get a double deal, to build pressure, but he's just kicked that one just slightly too deep, and it's allowed the Catalan Dragons off the hook. And I'm certain that their coach will have got the message out there. They need to just look after the ball, complete this set, perhaps kick the ball out of play, just to get some oxygen back in the lungs, because they really have been tested this first 7 minutes or so.
And 48 tackles they've had to do as a group, as individuals. 48 times they've had to make sure that the line wasn't broken, and to come away from that with 0 points, I think that'll do their confidence the world of good.
Especially after, of course, they were beaten heavily last week by Wigan, so important that they did get a good start here, and they have made one. Can they keep it up? Giroud, Price, flung over on that far side of the field. The tackle coming in on Millard. Anderson into Giroud, and he's going to test now the London defence in the air. Very well taken indeed. Excellent piece of play. Robertson it was.
He was under all kinds of pressure there. Steve Menzies with a good chase. Scott Giroud coming back into the side after a number of months out with that illness. And there's a fumble from young Dixon.
Shame. And interesting, we were talking about Robertson in attack, but there he took Dixon's place for the high ball, and he has been under pressure and not always come up with the ball when the ball's been knocked in that area high, Sean.
No, clearly they're going to just they're going to intertwine a bit here in this game. They're going to move certain field positions. You'll have Kieran Dixon at fullback and Michael Robertson will go to the wing. Just watching Kieran Dixon here, he's a wonderful player, a great athlete. He just still lacks a bit of experience when it comes to ball security and making decisions.
Giroud, little short ball. Paya driving towards the line. Can they stop him from going over? They can. He's dropped the ball. Now what's the referee going to decide here? That's the sixth tackle.
Wonderful charge from
stolen.
Paya, but he's back to the defensive line, or back to his try line. Just watch this for power. Leg drive, going backwards. He's almost reaching that ball out to score, and a London player dislodges it. More pressure for London to defend.
Price. Still Price as he found a gap. Looks to launch those long arms over the line. Can't do so. Scrambling defence here from London. Paya again held up. Now, some resolve needed here from the Broncos. Just flipped off, but it wasn't a good one. Giroud might still be able to make something of it as he found a gap down there. No, he hasn't. So they come away with that, Broncos. They'll be pleased with that defensive effort as well.
Well, they'll be pleased with defensive effort, but they'll be disappointed, will the Dragons, with a third tackle kick. If you're going to kick the ball on the third tackle, you've got to come up with something better than just putting it out of play. And I'm sure Scott Giroud will be very disappointed with that, especially as the weight of possession up to now in the game has been with the London Broncos.
And Scott Giroud coming into the side today in place of Thomas Bosch. Just recently got over 1,000 points for the club, Thomas Bosch. So it's a timely return to a good...
Oh, and Giroud returns after 5 months out, steals the ball, and against the run of play, the Catalan Dragons take the lead. What a disappointment.
Well, it was Thomas Bosch, wasn't it, who put the Barry's just talking about, who may have scored 1,000 points, but it's Scott Giroud who they've been waiting for to return. It's been coming and coming and coming, and he just made an error, and he was down on his haunches thinking, it's going to take me a little while to get back into rugby league. I've been out of it for a long time. I've had major surgery. All sorts of things have gone on. How can I best repay the team? There it is, an intercept from a scrum. Little short side sneak.
Well, it was a marvellous read, wasn't it, Sean, there from Giroud, as Ben Fishkill picked up at the back, and obviously the Dragons had defended 5 players on the big side, 1 on the short side. The Broncos decided to go up the short side, but Giroud read it perfectly and came away with the 4-pointer. Great try.
Great try, and he's going to try and add on the extra 2 points as well. That's some way to return, isn't it? That'll be a big boost for him. He must have been particularly worried when a tumour was found behind his left eye, and he had surgery. His doctor in Australia got in touch with a colleague of his who's working in Toulouse, not so far away, and everything's worked out fine, and he's back here in the sunshine, and he's got on the score sheet and may do again here. Straight between the posts. So Catalan Dragons leading by 6 points to 0. And in many ways, a big shame there for the London Broncos.
They'll be disappointed with that. A scrum near your own line. You want a relatively low-risk play. Fisher comes out, think he's handing it on. And Scott Giroux, who was in the Dream Team in 2012, a fabulous player. And everybody in Rugby League is delighted to see him back. I've no doubt London Broncos and their fans happy to see him score, but just that one.
So Witt restarts, not taken, and they very nearly picked it up there. Did the London Broncos. It wasn't a bad effort by Gow, but in the end just pulled in by Tyre. Tyre to Paya. Wrestling match going on there.
Well, it's important,
Henderson.
London Broncos, with the size and the power of these Catalan forwards, they win that play-the-ball battle. They can't afford to let Catalan play the ball as fast as they want to.
Casti driving forward again, good tackling. They need everybody working hard, the Broncos. Here's Price, trying to wriggle his way clear, but well tackled. Ball downfield, neatly taken. Under no pressure, it has to be said, but Robertson did well.
Hold. Go.
Dixon trying to find a way through, but that Catalan line solid. Fisher, I notice, has stripped that bandage off that he had on his head when he started. It must have been uncomfortable for him, so he's doing without that now. Here he is.
You've just got to see what London's response is here now, Graham. They've defended very, very well on that set. They've just got an opportunity to work their way downfield, not take too many risks, although there's a cut-out pass there. Lovely cut-out pass too, but they've now got themselves in a great position on last play option. Oh, you would imagine this ball will go in the air. No, it won't. It's going to try to find touch, which is successful. That's good. Yeah, slow the play down. That's good play, good clever play.
So Michael Witt kicking the ball into touch. You say good clever play, just explain that for us, Sean. Just explain what you were talking about in terms of clever play, just calming things down for the Broncos.
With the heat and the fact that the Catalan Dragons have got a bit of a roll on there and scored the points, and you'd expect Catalan to be very powerful on the next set of 6. I thought London defended it very well. They made Scott Giroux kick from inside his 40. So London then have just got to work their way downfield and try to force an error. So the options on your last play are to throw the ball in the air like Craig Gower did early on, or find touch, slow the play down a bit, walk to the scrum, let everyone have a bit of recovery. It also does work in Catalan's favour too.
Henderson. Taya. Well tackled by Rodney. Henderson again.
Go, boys, hold. Go. Got it away. 3. 4. Move. Hold. Go. 4.
Menzies at the play the ball now. Still building through the middle. Taya tackled.
Hold, Chris. Hold, Ben. Hold. Go. 5. Well done.
Now, where will the kick go? Giroux high downfield again. Can't afford to let it bounce, and well taken once again. O'Callaghan did well there, the winger coming back to cover that space.
Well, the spiral kicks that are going to get put up today, and it's a beautiful sunny day, so there'll be nobody that can't see the ball. There's relatively low wind, but what these new balls do have is a real late kink in them. So if there's a spiral bomb that's put up and there's a good bit of spin on it, you can count your bottom dollar that it's going to lose and just move at the last second. So wonderful take.
Cook.
4. No. Come on, boys. Hold. Go. 4.
Witt, a little ball backwards, and that was a mistake by McMeekin. Could be costly. Just must be annoying for a coach when that sort of thing happens, Sean McRae. Just not aware that the pass was coming, really. And
well, when you turn the ball over like that, always Morgan Escaré, he's going to score here.
There's a try, and it's Escaré who scores. Well, that was sloppy from London Broncos, it really was. And Morgan Escaré goes in for a try for the Catalan Dragons. Well, tremendous effort from Escaré, his 9th try of the season. He's a real talent, no question about it. And Escaré going in, and once again, London Broncos, unfortunately, their own worst enemies.
Well, there's the error, a little drop-off ball from Michael Witt onto Mike McMeekin. And on the next play, where you're not entitled to kick, you don't have to kick, you can actually run the ball and try to build some pressure. Morgan Escaray said, I can see space. I've got space here. This is not a free play. This is number 1 in the tackle count. And he just managed to get a foot in there. Jamie Catalan it was, who tried to get to the ball and he couldn't. And you see... great shot there. That
superb shot from the spider cam, isn't it?
Spider cam and ref cam, we've got them all going. But Morgan Escaray, he's quick. He's very, very instinctive player, and I'm not surprised that he scored so many tries this year. He's a very, very, very good player indeed. He's been a great backup player they found when Brent Webb was ruled out for the season, and he's certainly not let the team down at all in any way. He's a fine, fine player. And he's got what a lot of people would like to have, and that's pure speed.
Sure.
And that's something you cannot replace.
He could become the Catalans' first Young Player of the Year nomination. Here's Giroud. And again, Giroud making no mistake. So Giroud kicking 2 out of 2 there.
Well, it could be a long day for London if they don't have a better response and reaction to mistakes. McMeekin drops this pass. And Morgan Escaray, you're right, Sean, he's got pace to burn. That's his 9th try in League and Cup this year. His bravery and courage to kick that ball, pick it up and score that try. And Lauren Fresinu would have been asking some serious questions if it had gone wrong for him, but good luck, he's backed himself and got it.
It would have done, yeah, but you've got to admire Escaray's brain there, because he noticed from the drop ball Robertson, who was defending at fullback, was involved in the tackle, so there's no one at home. He put the chip in, backed his pace and his skill to regather for a very good try indeed.
Henderson. Taya. This is when it'll start getting difficult for the Broncos if they get real possession. Menzies. If the Catalan Dragons start getting a lot of consistent possession, that good start might just evaporate. Good start which didn't produce any tries, and it might produce another try here for the visitors. Oh, well taken. He slipped Robertson, but he did well.
It's just interesting to watch when Catalan are shifting the ball from right to left, how deep they are. They're inviting London's defensive line to come right out, looking for some spaces, maybe on the edge, maybe a defender in front of the line itself, but we'll just see how that pans out over the next hour or so.
Dixon tackled. Sargentson at dummy half. Cook. Fisher. Oh, good ball handling. Can they get it out wide?
It needed another pass that then.
Gone down the line. McMeekin it was. Just couldn't get the ball away. And there's a bit of bagatelle. And that's wiped the try count. So a chance here now for London Broncos. Good drive forward. Wheeldon it was.
He's worked hard, Scott Wheeldon, in this early 20 minutes or so.
Now a chance here, is there, for the Broncos? Very nearly got it out. Dixon was free down the left-hand side. Little dab forward by Gower, and they have to shunt the ball behind. It was Giroud who's done so well in attacking role, just knocking the ball behind there. So it'll be a kick from between the posts.
And it's the third dropout that's been... that Catalans have been asked to do so far in the first 20 minutes of this game, and nice little short rubber kick in there from Craig Gower, and this puts Catalans under some pressure again. But really, London Broncos need to take advantage of this situation. They look pretty good with the ball. I mean, they're down 12-0, but it's from 2 errors. It's not that they've defended poorly. They've actually attacked quite well. It's just been 2 errors, and they've had to pay the price on both occasions. Let's see what they can do from this set of 6.
McMeekin tackled. Fisher. Gower did well. Now this is Dixon. A chance, there's a man free wide here. Sargentson went inside. He had Robertson away to his left-hand side. Decided not to go with him. Dixon. Bryant got it away. Fisher. Witt. Tackle coming in on Howell. Fisher. Oh, that was a little bit slack. They've still got it. Bryant. Dixon did well to pick that up. Beaten one. Oh, that was risky, but it might come off. They just still managed to keep possession. Gower inside. Oh, collected and over, is it? It's Bailey who's touched down, and the referee, Tim Roby, has pointed for a try. The not happy Catalan Dragons.
Well, they might not be happy, Graham, because I'm just wondering, we'll soon find out whether or not the ball that was thrown into Chris Bailey from Craig Gower on the inside has actually hit a Catalan's player, and if it has, that would constitute a knock-on, but I'm not sure whether it has or not. We're going to see now. This is what they're saying. Well, there's no real evidence there to suggest that's the case. You are entitled to juggle the ball. It's not a forward pass. The question mark the Catalan Dragons are asking was, did that ball hit one of our players? If it does, it's a knock-on. But Tim Roby is saying no, it's got no issues whatsoever, and the try's been awarded, and that's a great response from the London Broncos, as we thought they might.
Tremendous response. So that's a big boost for them. Chris Bailey going over for 4 points. And it should be a relatively easy kick here for Michael Witt.
Yeah, mate, don't worry. Yeah.
Scored over 1,000 points worldwide. And here he goes. Drills it between the sticks, and the extra points added on. So big boost for London Broncos, no question about that.
It is a big boost. It's the result of all that pressure, as was indicated. It was the third time that the Dragons had to drop out from beneath their own post. Pressure does inevitably ultimately tell, and it came from that man, Chris Bailey, on the receiving end of an inside pass from Craig Gower. There was a juggle, but for me, it did not hit a Dragons player, and I believe referee Tim Roby got that exactly right, but that's not the start they want from this set of six, with a knock-on from the kick-off there. Scott Whelan, I believe.
Yeah, that's a disappointment. Not under a great deal of pressure at all, and must be the sort of thing which makes coaches tear their hair out.
Yeah, it was David Howell, so, you know, apologies to Scott Whelan. Howell made the error, and it's a great start for the Dragons now, just 10 metres away from the Broncos goal line.
Price feeds it on.
Hold, boys, hold. Go, one.
Menzies was tackled. Henderson getting it away to the first receiver.
Wait, Mark, wait. Goal, two.
Giroud, Price, Anderson, and Anderson loses it. Now a chance perhaps on the counter-attack here. Forward pass given. What a pity. There might just have been a way there.
Well, there's that free play. When a mistake is made, Anderson tries to take this ball without changing his line of run. He knows where he wants to go. The ball isn't in the right place, and London have the right to a free play, and that little inside pass to McMeekin was judged forward.
Sometimes difficult, Stuart Cummings, for a referee to judge a forward pass, but in that phase of play he was right in line there.
He was in line, but the touch judge on the sideline actually gave that call, so you know he was right in line with the call.
Good defence here by the Catalan Dragons. They'll be working very hard to keep the Broncos pegged in that tight area. Good tackle, excellent tackle coming in there from Menzies. Now Fisher is away, he's done well, and he's got support as well. This is Dixon. Dixon brought down, but good move off the cuff there from the London Broncos. Rodney plays it on. Gower back again to Rodney. Looked a little bit high there, and the referee thought so too. Did he? No, it's the sixth tackle.
Well, Graham, that play started with Shane Rodney. Lovely feet, plays the ball quick, just on the 40-metre line, then they gain another 30. Good play.
I'll tell you what, Barry, is if you look at the Dragons in the background, there's several with the hands on the knees. They look very tired, and I think that's because of the conditions, but also this massive amount of possession that the Broncos have had in the early part of the game.
So, the chance for the Dragons, Price, ball played, and Anderson again close to dropping that, but he just managed to get his fingertips on it. Now Giroud long again. Robertson is there, but he's leaving it to Dixon.
And one of the things I'm looking at here, John Keir, you've brought up a really good point, is the chase. That chase isn't entirely enthusiastic. I don't think Kieran Dixon's entitled to make that many yards from where they've kicked to where they should be. That's an indicator for me. And London Broncos, if they can get some possession and hold it as they have been doing, not turn it over and giving cheap ball, they're a great chance of going on and really threatening this team.
Exactly right, Sean. And for me, at the end of their sets, the kick, they need to keep the ball in play, not put it out of bounds, keep it in play and keep the momentum going.
And they're trying to work and push the Catalan Dragons back when they don't want to work. Well taken that by Gower. Spun out to this near side, and Sargentson tackled. Dixon, Gower looks for the high ball now. The defenders here will be looking into the sun as this comes down, and they've got it here. Tackle wiped, is it? No, they've still got an opportunity here. Oh, great chance, and they've scored! Tremendous try from the London Broncos, and it's Michael Witt who goes in, but the referee just wants to check what, Stuart Cummings?
First of all, the tries come from a kick, so he's got to check to see whether he's onside, which he's doing now, and that looks like all the players are onside. The second thing he'll be looking for is the challenge in the air and how the ball came out of there. Obviously, if it's come back off the Catalan player, then it will be play on. He's basically looking to see whether the London player has knocked the ball forward from his hands onto the Catalan player and backwards.
Stuart, it's Robertson that knocks it back. He hooks it back. Nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely, yes. I think it's come back off Robertson and gone backwards, so this should be play on.
Yeah, I don't think there's any problem here at all. I think they're all onside. He's knocked the ball back, and Michael Witt scored a try, which is going to level the scores when he kicks his goal from right in front of the post.
Good stuff. The sun clearly not helping the Catalan Dragons there, and it is indeed a try, so the London Broncos fighting back in great style here.
Well, that's why I like a ball going up in the air. It becomes a contest. You can make it a contest by getting through and challenging. You can put a lot of pressure on the defensive team if you've got players showing enthusiasm. Tony Ray will be absolutely delighted there after last week's embarrassing defeat against the Wigan Warriors, and he'll be absolutely delighted with his team's performance so far in this first half. There's the kick. They're all onside. Great chase through. Michael Robertson, he knocks the ball back. Or I would say he's done that purposely. I don't think he's really trying to catch this. I think he wants to keep the ball alive, realising it would have been last tackle. Michael Witt shows, steps, beats a few people, says I'll just go myself under the post, and with a kick to come, it's going to be 12-all.
Yep, he's made his own kick, a relatively easy one, but giving it full concentration and drilled through the post, completely bisects them. So interesting. It's Catalan Dragons 12, London Broncos 12, and after that good start by London Broncos and then conceding the tries, they fought back really well.
Well, one of the things to look at when this bomb goes up, it's high and it's hanging. The reaction of the Catalan Dragons players, a lot of players walking. Look at how many blue shirts are in the screen. 116 tackles the Dragons have done so far in this game, as opposed to 74 for the London Broncos.
And that's Witt's third try in the last 4 games, so he's in good form at the moment. Now, Broncos have got it again. Well, Tony Ray will be absolutely delighted. I know that they made the coach journey up from London yesterday, and when I spoke to Tony Ray, they were stuck in a traffic jam on the M1, so Catalan Dragons probably got here before them. But nevertheless, they're showing no sign of any problem here, no cobwebs at all, and Fisher going forward.
Well, the reality is, Graham, they'll have done a lot of soul searching this week. As I said, it was a very, very poor performance indeed, and you know, they'll have looked at themselves in the mirror, they'll have sat down and said, well, here's what we've got to do, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do as an individual, and I expect everybody to do the same and to follow. And that's, so far, that's what they're doing. It's a terrific kick chase there. Catalans are now under pressure. If you can see on the screen now, you know, so many of them have not got back on side. There's only about 4 back on side. They're all trying to get back. You can see Spottercam showing us there. And this is going to be an excellent set. It should be a good set if they don't give a penalty away.
Yeah, it was a super kick by Witt, and Escaré having to deal with an awkward bouncing ball, which turned him towards his own try line.
Hold, go 3.
Tackle coming in, Busquets on the field, and that looked like a punch out, and it's a chance here because Price has got it in the spare man on the far side. This is Anderson, couldn't get it away. Good defending there to make sure that ball didn't go on the far side. O'Callaghan it was who made the challenge. Looks as though Anderson has taken a bang in that tackle.
It's a shame that pass wasn't on the money. He had to reach back for that. Catalan in the last couple of minutes have made 3 changes. Here we see he just catches the weight of O'Callaghan as he's trying to put his arm down his shoulder. Could have jolted his AC joint. But they've made 3 changes in the front row. Bouchet, Palacia and Fekir all come on for the Catalan Dragons.
And the signal's gone out that he's not going to be able to continue, I don't think, at the moment. So
he looks like an ankle or a knee or something there, doesn't he? He can't put weight on that leg. And, well, you can't believe you give a penalty away on last play, can you?
That's a soft penalty, that won't be there. They've got to go on the foot, i.e. when the ball is played by the opposition player, when he play the ball when he plays it. But at that point, the Broncos, as a line, just jumped. There were 2 or 3 meters in front of the referee, and it's just given the Catalan Dragons a real easy shot at them in good field position.
Do you know what, though, John? I'm not convinced they were helped by the fact the way Louis Anderson had to play the ball either. That actually, it was almost like he took an eternity to do it.
Now has a drive towards the line. Palacia, whose beard is something special, by the way, if you get a chance to have a look at it. Casti, Price, Escaré.
Just look how deep they are when they're passing them balls and receiving them, the Dragons.
Price, Giroud, again the little kick forward, well taken by Dixon, well read there by Dixon. He did extremely well, had to get that because he was outnumbered, and he made a good catch. Sargentson trying to push forward. Well, that'll be a boost for young Dixon. Rodney. Mendeka, who is on loan from Warrington, he's tackled. This is Witt. Good run from dummy half. Well, there's plenty at the moment for Tony Ray to be pretty happy about. Ball banged downfield and collected by Vakari. A chance once again for London to try and keep the pressure on with the sun in the faces of the Catalan Dragons.
You did right, Graham. All London need to do is just stay. What's the modern parlance is an arm wrestle, whereas London have the ball, Catalan have the ball, and just make Catalan keep turning round and having to bring the ball out from their own end.
Price. Forward, and Busquets is tackled. Palacia plays it to Fekir. He is a really big unit, and the referee not happy at all about that.
Well, there's a mismatch.
Quite sure what Gower is saying to him. Stuart Cummings.
I think it's fairly clear that he's just gone over the top of the ball. This is the way that people will tackle in the modern game. The referee's view there, that's what he's seeing. He's seen the contact just under the in the top of the neck, so the penalty is given.
Well, the technicalities of that tackle aside, Jamal Fekir is one bloke you do not want to start hitting round the head.
Absolutely. He's huge.
As indicated by that carry.
Yeah. He's had his knee problems, but back, and when he's fit, and when he's got the ball, and when he's up to full speed, he is very difficult indeed to stop. Muniz brought down, close to the Broncos line here. Little ball forward, and well, he was seeing the touchline there. Laroyer.
Oh, I think Laroyer scores there if he catches the ball.
Absolutely.
He's hit the hole. Nice hole. I think he'll go through there and score there. He only had to catch. But lovely ball by Scott Giroud. He had a couple of options. Decided to hit Kevin Laroyer, but just wasn't able to catch that ball, John.
No, and you know, Sean, they'll take heart from that because this Broncos defence is coming up on the outside, get in front of the inside defenders. And the way to go through that is not to try and go round, but to use short balls to go through. And that's exactly what Giroud tried to do. Didn't quite work then, but if they stick with that policy, they'll get some gaps.
So 6 minutes to go to the break, and even Steven. Catalan 12, London 12.
This is what I've liked. One of the things I've liked about London today is they've worked very, very hard to come off if outside their own 20. This is what a lot of coaches will call exit sets. You've got to just run with purpose, run with pace. Just try to make as much metres down the field. Have a little option maybe, a couple of supporters inside and outside. Get around about the halfway line so you can kick on last play.
But not take any risks, Sean.
No, and London, or even better, get a penalty like they've just been given there.
Well, Chris Bailey earned that penalty because he kept pumping, he kept moving. He refused to be put down, and when he was put down, his urgency to play the ball probably forced the hand of the referee. Good work from the Broncos again. You're right, Sean, they're playing very well today, playing the conditions and playing probably, you know, changing what they're doing in reaction to what Catalan are throwing at them.
Well, that was more than a bit of a relief really for London Broncos, who conceded 4 penalties before that. Now, they've broken the line again. Oh, a tackle coming in there by Escaray, who did well. Dixon now. Dixon, great ball. Oh, and just not able to get there, Rodney, is he? No. Held up. Witt. Gower. Dixon. Oh, knocked out of the hand there of the number 24, McMeekan.
Well, he's learning, Kieran Dixon. He's learning the game, and you know, it's easy to be critical sometimes when guys come up with errors, but he's putting himself in position. He's a difficult guy to tackle, and he's just learning to be a ball player. That pass simply wasn't on. That was an error.
Well, sometimes the conundrum is whether you throw a long pass or a short pass. I think me and John are saying the same thing. Catalan are throwing long pass after long pass after long pass. It's not quite working for them today. There's a knock on Jamal Fakir while he's trying to get up, loses control of that ball. These are them situations, Stuart. Is there a knock on when there's a hand in like that?
Player's just pulling his arm out of the tackle, and the Catalan Fakir. So that ball for me is just he's lost the ball.
He's a responsibility, Stuart, to look after the ball. It's his responsibility in that collision.
He has, and that's the way Tim's ruled.
He's already at the line. Hold. Go.
Dixon. Well, let's just go down to the touchline. Terry O'Connor.
Yeah, well, Louis Anderson is really struggling to put any weight through his leg. There's a problem with his Achilles, just getting looked over by the medical staff. The crutches have come out now from the kit man, and there's no way that Louis Anderson will be back for the second half. So it's going to be difficult in these conditions, Graham, in the second half, just with 16 men.
Dixon going forward, very nearly wriggling through. Pressure again on the Catalan line from the Broncos. Gower, just a little dab forward, and it was fudged, and then in the end, the Broncos got there in time, and the kick from between the posts. So good work again from the London Broncos.
Oh, tremendous work, tremendous build-up, and we got the ref cam now, I think, where he's got the great view. Little grubber through again. Craig Gower, he's so good at this type of kick. He can just put pressure on. This will be the 4th dropout that the Catalan Dragons have had in this first half, and that's an indication of how much pressure they've been under.
He's got a low centre of gravity, hasn't he, Sean? And he's very subtle when he knocks that ball forward. There's no backlift, there's no telegraphing of where the ball's going.
No, he's a very experienced player. There's a bit of stoppage now while Kieran Dixon just gets a bit of treatment on the field there, an indication that there might have got a little finger in the eye or something, but yes, it would indicate so.
Well, if I was Coach Tony, I'd be telling him to get up as quickly as possible, because it's the Dragons who are requiring the water and the oxygen in the lung, both of the Broncos. So let's keep the tempo of the game high.
Now the Broncos trying to do exactly that. Krasnicki lives in Felton, born in Tirana in Albania. Witt moved along the line. All tackled. Witt. Krasnicki again. Another good position for the Broncos. Gower slips it off. Still The Catalan Dragons being asked to work really hard here. Can they force something just before half-time, Broncos? Dab forward, but knock on.
Well, that's as good as anything, Graham, that. A little kick through this time by Michael Witt, who puts it off his left foot, which he doesn't normally. He's a right-foot kicker, so he's probably caught them out. He kicks against the grain there, and Morgan Escaray has knocked the ball on. And with, just under a minute on the clock, you've got an opportunity to run out a full set of 6, and hopefully, for the London Broncos, go in leading at half-time.
So it's Gower who puts the ball in. A little bit high, and in the end Tyre getting it right, but it was a good run still from Mendeka. Just 21 years of age, the Warrington man on loan at the Broncos. Again, another good effort by Krasnicki, who's come on and done well.
Tackle 2, boys.
The Catalan defence did really well there. Not trying to push him back over the line, just make sure the ball is secure. That's all you have to do. A great angle there, referee in perfect position to see what's happening with the ball.
Well, the ball knocked out of the arms, in fact not knocked out of the arms, it was dropped, and Menzies took advantage there.
That's a big effort, you know, from the Catalan Dragons. All the pressure they've been up to come up with a good defensive effort, force the error and see out the half-time.
Thackeray tackled. Giroux looks around. Robinson is there. Oh, and ball is bounced off. What a disaster from London's point of view right before half-time. It's Daryl Millard who's gone over. Well, it was a really, really bad mistake. Difficult bounce on the board, it has to be said. But the referee, is he just going to check whether this was offside or not? No, he's given it, in fact. What a blow for the London Broncos.
There was absolutely nothing on. It's the last play of the half. Craig Gower was down the other end of the field. He was hoping they could run the play down. Scott Giroux kicks there. They're all onside. There's no problem with that. Just watch Daryl Millard on the far left of the screen. Michael Robertson's well, it's just a horrible bounce, isn't it? It's Jamie O'Callaghan, I should say. Jamie O'Callaghan, just a horrible bounce. You'd always say you could do better, but that's just one of the vagaries we have with the rugby football, I'm afraid. It's just the way it goes, and fortune favours the brave.
Yeah, but just before half-time, big bonus, big boost for the Catalan Dragons, big blow for the London Broncos. Giroux with a difficult kick, but well within his compass. So it's Scott Giroux. Can he make it 3 out of 3? No, he's missed it, so at least a certain damage limitation. That's the last action of the half. So Millard's try, after a very good competitive first half of football here at the Magic Weekend at the Etihad Stadium. Good start by the London Broncos, then the Catalan Dragons came back.